Insurance, a wide range of insurance coverage for your home and vehicles. And when there's a claim, our team of professionals handle your claims promptly and efficiently. When you need wide insurance coverage at a competitive rate, call us at 451-2049 for your rate quote today, or visit us at Bay Street, upstairs Bickles and Western Union. GK and Priority Insurance, because we care.
It's time to hear from you. Call 485-9797. Exclusively with Bickles. Taste the difference.
All right. It is with the compliments of Bickles and the GK Priority Insurances Limited. On the air. What? Where's your video? What's that?
It's a Bickles local sorrel.
Oh, nice. How was it?
Branded Bickles. It's really good.
Sweet sorrel drink.
Yeah. Really good.
I know I said, can I bring two? No.
Yeah, why you only brought one?
Yeah.
You asked for water. You asked for a Bickles coffee. You
Yeah,
asked for a Bickles coconut bakes.
But when you
So.
Yeah, but we
Everybody got what they asked for.
right, but when you over
yeah,
there,
but we didn't know
Everybody
what
got-
we didn't know they had that.
we didn't know exactly.
He need to visit Bickles.
Anyway, in the
more.
next break.
Yeah. Anywho, 7:30 in the morning. What we looking at? What could we do? Listen, let me tell you something. Me, what could we do to handle the situation here? To me, a big fat zero.
All right, so if you're just joining us, we're talking about Dominica and Antigua and Barbuda seem to have signed some secret agreement with the U.S. to accept.
They say it's not secret.
Well, when Roosevelt Skerritt was asked about the details of it, he couldn't disclose them.
G14
According to the
classified.
article, he said,
G14 classified. Yeah, there it is. G14.
asked to disclose from which countries the migrants would be coming to Dominica, Skerritt said there are details which he cannot share with a country at this stage.
G14.
Right? So what are you telling me now?
Wow.
Once again, our governments do not believe in full disclosure.
Antigua gave a lot of details.
But shouldn't that be something that you should
No,
give?
Antigua said, you want to hear what Antigua? Meanwhile, Antigua and Barbuda, I'm reading this again from Eyewitness News, Prime Minister Gaston Brown has rejected allegations by the main opposition party that the country had entered into a secret agreement with the United States to accept large numbers of deportees. The UPP, which I guess is the opposition elements and propagandists, have accused my government of signing a secret agreement to accept over 100,000 criminal deportees from the U.S. This is a dastardly political spin mired in lies and disinformation designed to score cheap political points. We agreed to accept possibly up to 10 non-criminal refugees. I don't believe that. You think they're gonna go through all this for just 10 people?
Nah. Sorry.
No, nobody. Come on, Gaston.
Nobody buying
Nobody buying that.
your brown shoes.
10?
Nobody buying that. And your brown
You're
pants.
gonna have negotiations
For
over
10 people?
10 people.
Nah.
Nobody
Nobody believe in you and your brown pants, bro.
While I don't agree with the opposition, 100,000 criminal deportees, I also don't believe the government when they say 10. So the question is, man, this is clearly bullying from the U.S. government
How do you stand up to
in the
that?
Caribbean. How can we fight back?
You see, the thing is,
Or do we just roll over, get our belly rubbed a little bit, and keep wagging?
I think you have to make them feel like you don't care.
Yeah, but how do you do that?
People aren't gonna like me to say it, but
Say it.
you just gotta live without traveling to the US.
But and I said it before, the States is the end thing. Everybody want to go America.
But is it everybody wants to go to America? What percentage of the country you think actually goes?
No,
It's not that much. Ain't that many,
1 or 2% maybe.
Yeah. So are we making decisions that affect 100% of us for 1 and 2%?
Well, that's what I'm saying. You sure this is not really about? Because remember, right? None of these agreements guarantee visa access.
Right.
Right. You still have to apply,
Which they could still reject.
and they can still reject. They can still have a basic policy. Look, we don't really want Antiguans in, right? So we're not issuing.
And on top of that, even if you have a visa, they could still reject it.
So is this really about? In their case, is this really about government officials and the higher ups being able to travel?
It's about bullying.
No, but what I'm saying is, are they willing to make these agreements? Because this is about the people, or is it about them?
Nah, this is not about the people. It's not nothing to do about the people.
Is this the Dominican government saying, I and my family like to travel, the higher ups in society like to travel,
But the people,
and therefore we're going to make a decision for all the people?
I mean, it's not only the elite that travel to the US.
No, it's not. It's not.
But majority is.
The other thing is, can we fight back through things like CARICOM? Can CARICOM hold a head together for long enough to say, all right, man, but we need to get more out of this because we're not getting much out of this tourism. You seem to be taking most of the money back with you. Most of the goods are being bought in the US.
Well,
what if all the labor governments decide to hold the same one labor head and say, listen, man.
Well, I think it needs more than labor. I think it needs all the governments.
Well, yeah, but remember, labor governments are kind of like predominant through the region.
You wanna bring your cruise ships into the islands?
Yeah.
We ain't taking no 5 US. We want 50 US.
You want
know what I mean?
50, 60 US.
I doubt that they could hold a head because they already showed that they're not. Kamala has shown that she don't really care about CARICOM like that.
Yeah.
I find it.
Actually, she stated it.
She stated it. She said it. She said, look, it doesn't work like it's supposed to work. So count us out for those levels of things. Barbados, I think, would be very iffy on changing their relationship with the US. You know, I think of all of us in the Caribbean.
We got hooked on US tourists.
Yeah. And they probably get the most out of it on a per capita basis.
You know, whatever the reason for the action against Dominican and Antigua, whether it's CBI, whether it's not wanting to house radars, whatever the real reason
Cuban
is.
doctors.
Yeah, what a Cuban doctor, whatever the real reason is. At some point, if you leave Trump long enough, he's going to have a pretext to go against Barbados, to go against Trinidad, to go against whoever. Because that's the nature of bullying. Huh?
But doesn't he already have that?
Bullies are never happy with getting a one-time payment. They want
your lunch money every day.
Every day. And then they want your breakfast money. Then they want your dinner money.
Yeah, but doesn't he already have that?
Not yet.
Well, what I'm saying is, at some point, Barbados will do something which the emperor dislikes, and at that point, presumably, the same threats are made, right? And then what does Barbados do?
More importantly, what do we do? What can we do?
We can't do anything as individuals.
I think as a region, you could do things.
Yeah.
Right. If you say, look, the US, in Florida, the cruise ship business is massive. Right. If they can no longer operate in the Caribbean, that would affect their some bottom lines, going to affect jobs. It's going to affect all kinds of things. Right.
The product that they're offering.
Then it becomes a political issue because jobs, unemployment, it relates to how people vote. Right? So, you know, you have kind of power, but the Caribbean has never shown any ability to exercise it. Because instead of seeing ourselves as one unit, all the islands are intent on having their own governments, their own foreign ministers, their own tourism ministers, and therefore you have multiple
policy.
Different policies. Yeah. As opposed to if we had one government for the whole region, we may act a little bit differently, right?
Isn't that one government supposed to be CARICOM?
No, it's not.
It's
really.
not really. The CARICOM thing is like a fudge. Yeah? You got to remember, right? The Prime Minister of St. Vincent wants to be the Prime Minister of St. Vincent. That's his turf or her turf. Right? That's multiplied 25 times or whatever it is, 30 times, whatever it is, right? So everybody's there, you know what I mean? I want to be king in my castle. I don't want to be a smaller cog in a bigger wheel.
Yeah. No, you can also liken the same analogy to Africa.
Yeah.
Exactly why their economies aren't doing
Yeah.
well, despite having an abundance of natural resources.
And big populations.
America wouldn't be that great if they weren't united.
No, this
Correct,
is the thing.
yeah.
Right. And this
Correct.
is the thing. So if this is our
If we were
problem,
fighting Florida as opposed to the US.
Whole different.
Yeah, if all right, so I can't go to Miami, but I could go to New York. Then all of a sudden, Florida has to say, well, are we just shooting ourselves in the foot here?
All right.
But in the Caribbean, we shoot ourselves in the foot religiously.
well, if, as we were saying, everybody wants to be the king in his or her castle, all right? Well, then clearly there's nothing we could do because nobody wants to take
But
that
you are
step.
so depressing, Chris.
I know. But you know what I mean?
Chris
yeah, I
Chris
know.
is
I know.
so
No, because
depressing.
if you were saying everybody wants to be the king in his or her castle, understandably so, right? So then I ain't going to unite with you because
All right,
you
but-
can't come
but
and call the
maybe-
shots in
maybe
my
this-
castle.
Maybe this is the point where
We realize.
we realize our weakness as individual nations.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I'm trying to picture.
Right, Chris, I could just chop away my wrist,
I
man.
don't like the pictures. Come back and say, you know what? I will be president.
I'm running for president.
I will be president of the Caribbean. I know there was like a bigger thing to all of
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Why you guys made me lose?
So Vincent ain't big enough for me anymore,
Yeah.
man. I want to be original world boss.
Yeah.
I want to be the world boss. But again, we in a hole. The reality, we in a hole.
What does our government do?
Well, so far they're trying to.
Dignified silence.
Yeah, I think. Well, they
Well,
haven't
not
been
just
silent.
them, everybody.
They spoke without really saying anything,
Which might have
Polomia.
been,
which might be the smart thing.
which
to do
might
right
have been
now.
the smart thing to do. But then, so
Is it a case, all right? We just wait out Trump, or you see what I don't trust with the U.S. is that as bad as like you get. I was reading this article where Trump did a whole set of stuff in his first term, right? And then Democrats expect Biden to reverse it when he came in.
They kept it.
He kept it. He kept a lot of it.
Much like the CBI program.
Yeah.
If the NDP put it in place, they start to make an extra, even on an extra 100 million
If
a
in
year.
10 years' time the UOP get in, you think they're going to throw away $300 million a year?
Must be mad.
Never.
You must have boots up your head, bro.
So the fear is that, yes, all right, Trump is doing it now. And the hope would be, well, in 3 years' time, Trump will be no more. And it'll go back to normal. But there's no guarantee of that.
Conrad Muckett says Trump is not intelligent enough to orchestrate any of this. The Republican establishment of old white men and lobbyists are the companies are engineering this. Eventually, this will backfire on the said U.S. in all their current wars. They have blocked talent that normally flowed in keeping the country top. Their stagnation is especially technologically is slowing. China has shown how keeping its best is helping its engineers growth beyond the U.S. soil, or U.S. control.
Yeah, that's long-term view though.
Yeah.
Right now, China, Russia, whoever, none of them have any real influence down here compared with sending in an aircraft carrier and swiping up your president or your prime minister.
Still surreal, It's like
Crazy.
he actually did it.
Crazy.
He actually did it.
Without Congress.
Without
Remember,
anybody.
right? Remember, the Russians said they were going to do the same thing in Venezuela, in Ukraine.
But
They were
they
going to
didn't.
swoop in, go into Kiev, get the president, control the country.
Yeah.
4 years later, they still grinding away.
Yeah. But one man said, "Hey, I coming for you."
Listen, them guys didn't even put their warships in the Caribbean that long ago.
And so what do we do?
It's only been a couple months.
When we come back.
All right.
Amidst the shells, the sounds, the excitement of the season. Find joy. Give joy this Christmas. Only with Hot 97.1. 7.1.